In this video, we're going to be going over the Citizen app. The Citizen app is a free mobile tool that gives you real-time alerts about crimes, fires, protests, and emergencies happening around you. It pulls from police scanners, 911 calls, and user reports, turning your phone into a live map of local incidents. You could think of it as a modern, crowd-sourced neighborhood watch, designed for the realities of urban life. It's available on both iOS and on Android, and I've been using it for the past 3 years. So let's get started with this video featuring the Citizen app. For those of us in urban environments, situational awareness is critical. I personally use the Citizen app to monitor alerts near my work, my home, and other places that matter to me, such as my kids' schools. I work in the downtown Seattle area, which does have its rough spots, especially the notorious 3rd and Pike. Just last month, I was walking back to the office after grabbing lunch at a nearby restaurant when I saw a weapon-related alert about an incident unfolding in Belltown. After seeing that, I adjusted my route on the spot to avoid the area. This small little change in my walk back provided peace of mind. Another valuable feature is that the Citizen app will alert you about nearby protests or riots, something that seems to be happening more frequently these days. Whether it's civil unrest, political demonstrations, or sudden large gatherings, it's helpful to know where not to be if things start to escalate. Quick heads up before we dive into the features. I'm currently using the Citizen Plus subscription, which unlocks a lot of what I'll be showing in this video. That includes things like setting up custom alert zones, viewing registered offenders, listening to police scanner audio, and accessing incidents older than 24 hours. You could get Citizen Plus for $5.99 a month, but if you go with a 6 or 12-month plan, it breaks down to around $40 for the entire year. My wife uses the free version of the Citizen app, but I like having those extra features with the Plus version. There's also a premium version, which we'll talk about a little bit later in this video. You could still access most things using the free version, although it won't be quite as powerful as what you get with the Plus version. Let's do a walkthrough of the 5 main tabs of the Citizen app. Starting off first with the map button. This is where you will see incidents unfold live in your area and in your programmed alert zones, which we'll talk about more later. While scanning for incidents, if you live in an urban environment, you're going to see all sorts of things, ranging from weapons to vehicle accidents, people wielding knives and machetes, fights, and robberies. You could also toggle to show registered offenders, which pulls up public records on known offenders in your area. It's pretty shocking to see how many offenders are right next door. The next tab is for news. This shows top safety-related stories, both locally and nationwide. It's good for tracking high-impact events like wildfires, riots, or general emergencies. In the middle is the Alert Community button. This lets you submit reports for yourself if you see something happening. You could add a location, a short description, and even a video. This is how many of the most immediate alerts get created by the other users of the Citizen app. When you go to the Alerts tab, this is going to be your personal feed of nearby alerts and the ones from zones that you follow. I scan this one fairly regularly to scan for recent incidents. And then for the U tab, this is your settings hub. From here, you could tweak location services, notification preferences, video settings, and manage subscriptions. One of the most useful features of the Citizen app is creating alert zones. You could program key locations like your home, office, your kid's school, or even a relative's house. Each zone lets you adjust the notification radius. I usually keep mine set to around 1 mile. For me, that's close enough to matter without being overwhelmed by distant incidents. You could also filter incident categories. I disable things like missing pets and small fires and public health alerts. But I keep weapons, gun-related activity, and assaults turned on. Those are what I care about the most, especially in an urban environment. Now, just as a quick heads up, the Citizen app can drain your battery if you let it run wide open. It might use around 5 to 10% per hour with background tracking. So here's some tips that I recommend to reduce battery usage. Turn off live location when it's not needed. Follow only key zones, not your entire city. You're going to find that you're going to get overwhelmed with all sorts of incidents if you're tracking the entire city. You're not Batman or anything like that. I recommend muting low priority categories like lost pets and small fires. And then if you disable autoplay of videos, that also helps. If you do these things, I find that you'll still get the critical alerts without killing your phone's battery. So again, I've been using the Citizen app for the past 3 years or so. I track a few core locations and filter out the noise. I don't really submit reports myself, but I do rely on the app to stay informed while commuting or especially while walking downtown. It's not a one-stop solution, but it's still a good tech option for situational awareness in an urban environment. Now, there is a premium version of the Citizen app. I personally use the Plus subscription. But let's talk quickly about that paid version, which is called Citizen Premium. It includes a 30-day free trial, and after that, it's $20.99 a month at the time of making this video. For me, that's a little bit too much that I'd want to pay monthly. I think $10 a month would be a lot more reasonable for most people. Premium gives you 24/7 access to live safety agents who could stay on the line with you, monitor your trip, notify your emergency contacts, or escalate to 911. There's even a feature called distress detection, which uses AI to listen for panic sounds like a scream and auto-connects you to help. It sounds nice in theory, but the privacy implications are definitely worth thinking about. I actually tried the 30-day trial and even subscribed for a couple months during a time that we were dealing with an active threat. It was comforting to have at the time, but I eventually canceled due to the price. One thing to keep in mind, if you're the type of prepper who tries to stay completely off-grid, this app might not be for you. It does rely on your location data to deliver alerts in real time, and some features require always-on tracking. That's a valid concern for anyone who prioritizes digital privacy. That said, if your priority is real-time incident awareness in a high-risk urban environment, this app is one of the best solutions that I've found thus far. And just to clarify, I'm not affiliated with the Citizen app in any way. I've never emailed them, spoken to them, or have been sponsored by them. I'm just a regular user who wanted to spotlight a tool that I think could be valuable to others in the emergency preparedness space. If you live in a city, the free version of the Citizen app is at least worth trying. Set up your zones, filter the right alerts, and it becomes a really valuable tool. I wouldn't rely on this alone for my safety, but it could be a nice addition to a modern urban awareness toolkit. And when paired with other apps or communication tools, it could give you a critical edge. So that's all I wanted to cover for this particular video featuring the Citizen app. I hope that you enjoyed watching it. I imagine that some of you have tried and used the Citizen app, and maybe some of you also have the premium version. So let me know in the comments section with regard to your thoughts on the Citizen app. If you use the premium version, how do you like it? And has it ever saved the day for you? Also, if you know of any other better apps for situational awareness, please leave those comments below in the comment section. In closing, I've really enjoyed having this option as a modern neighborhood watch, especially when I'm out and about in downtown Seattle. So thanks for watching this video. I hope everyone stays safe out there. And with the Citizen app, you could be aware of what's happening around you. Take care.